Hello everyone, and welcome to the first and potentially last episode of the single elimination playoffs for the VBLS. I am in a crazy position coming from 0-3, no wins at the start of the season, into making 4 wins, and now I'm playing against someone who had a very, very different season. I'm playing against a very consistent friend of the channel, CoDameron, your coach of the book Return Belly Bolts in this league. And he has had an absolutely insane season this season, going with 7 wins and 0 losses. So I'm playing against a team that so far has not yet been stopped, that has not been hurt, and it's possible that it may not be able to beat with step back. So we've got a very, very big challenge coming here into this week, and I really need to, really bring my A game, take advantage of what are some of the unique traits that my composition and my team overall has, and see what I can do. And if we look at it, Colby has an absolutely insane bonkers team. 3 of the best Pokemon in the current format, which is like the one subsequent, as well as, this one was a little bit less good last format because of some format changes, but 3 really, really good Pokemon. Another Pokemon which has classically been very good just in the standard format, where people aren't even drafting, just have actual Pokemon. And the one that has very good synergy with some of the other options on their team. This Pokemon Rotom here is really, really strong. Certainly, it's similar to an evolved form of mine. It has a better typing, and it has much better stats, as well as the access to Overheat, which is a strong fire type move, even though it does reduce its special attack by 2 stages. So that is a crazy high top end. Then they've got some of the different speed control options. So 2 Tailwind setters. Fletchinder is a really hyper aggro Tailwind setter, and then Articuno is less aggro one, but it's one that takes advantage of the Tailwind a little bit better. Fletchinder definitely is more passive as a Pokemon that's not fully evolved, as well as it is sometimes weak to being hit by a priority move and then a spread move from which look like Gleavor, the spread rock type guy, who is 1 point faster than Fletchinder. And then Mesprit, who is a Trick Room setter, Hatena, who is technically also a Trick Room setter, but is weak to very similar things with the exception of Taunt. So this team is really nuts. And then they do potentially have the Snova and Articuno. So Snova has this ability, Snow Warning, that sets up Snow, and that gives both these Pokemon a strong boost to their physical defense. But Articuno also then has a synergy ability in Snow Cloak, which makes it so that it has a chance to dodge any move that's being thrown at it, unless that move specifically doesn't have an accuracy check. So that's really crazy. As well as it makes Blizzard a very strong Ice-type move, accurate into both slots. So really, really a difficult sort of situation to be in. And then Voltorb is technically on the team, and you know what, if Voltorb comes, I'm very happy. But it's just a baby Pokemon that's kind of fast, but not very strong, and doesn't have access to a whole lot of tools, and I don't know if this is necessarily the matchup for it, because I do have 2 strong ground types, as well as an okay electric type. No dragon, though. I go grass as well. No dragon, though, so less electric resistance than some teams may have. Now, to be honest, when prepping, I kind of figured that Articuno and Fletchinder merited very similar sorts of prep, and a similar thing with Mesprit and Hatena, so I kind of just didn't prep for these 4 Pokemon, because I figured I would mostly be covering them by covering Fletchinder and covering Mesprit. And that was sort of the thought process I went there. I factored into mind that there's a double Mesprit and a double Fletchinder, but that was really, where my headset was at, and I'm not super expecting them. One thing to note about that is this team has no normal resists, and this team has 1 poison resist, which is Landorus. So that definitely made me interested in looking at bringing my normal types, Wigglytuff and Tauros, who have not had the most prolific season this season. So they're definitely Pokemon that I was looking at pretty strongly. I looked at this and wow, Iron Treads is really bad. It hits 1 Pokemon super effectively, which is Voltorb that I don't expect to come. There are a lot of immunities and then a big resist. And then the Steel type it's a little bit better, but it really only hits Articuno and Snova, which I'm not super expecting to come. So after a bunch of Iron Treads not coming this season, Iron Treads is still not coming this season. Now, they do only have one Ghost Resist and 1 Dark Resist, which are also the same Pokemon. Urshifu, who is also weak to the other stab of my Flying type, of my Dark Flying type. Hydreolus, as well as my Ghost Fairy type in Mimikyu. So that is definitely Another thing that I had considered pretty strongly, and to be honest, I kind of come up with a core team of 4 Pokemon, and then outside of that core team of 4 Pokemon, my sort of strategy was just get other Pokemon that scare away the stuff I'm most scared of, which in this situation is mostly Rotom Heat. So we'll take a look at my team, and I have sort of structured it in a way not to advertise what my main core 4 Pokemon were. So Salazzle, it is Mono Sludge Bomb, because I really value Taunt, I really value Protect, and I really value Fake Out. It's Terra Fairy with a lot of bulk. The idea here is if I Terra Fairy, I can live 2 Earthquakes, and I forget if I live the 3rd. I think I may live the 3rd. Yeah, I think I have a chance to live the 3rd Earthquake from Orlando, and then I can also take any hit from even a banded this guy, unless they throw a resisted move pre-Terra, which is Poison Jab and Iron Head, into me, and the Sludge Bomb damage is quite good into Urshifu. It also lets me take some stuff from Palafin, and in general, the defensive capabilities of Salazzle is actually pretty high in this matchup. Now, the other Pokemon that is meant to be like a major early game mon here are Tauros and Iron Jugulus. So they're other parts of this main combination. So Tauros is, it's got Icy Wind, it's got Intimidate, which is pretty valuable against the, like, a real glut of top tier physical attackers on this team. So, yeah, it can be, definitely can have some utility, and it can just be switched out. Icy Wind has utility as well, just in terms of like actual utility, removing my opponent's stats so that I get into better positions. And the damage is not like completely unusable against Lando. I looked at Blizzard and Ice Beam and stuff, and it just wasn't picking up the numbers that I wanted. So I went with Physical, with Intimidate, and it was originally Sash, but I wound up moving that to Bruxish. So now it is Troubleberry, and it has Terra Fighting with Close Combat, because that does a lot of damage to Urshifu. There are some versions of Urshifu who can one-hit KO, though I'd often expect maybe to be intimidated. And then we have, Iron Jugulus, Dark Pulse Air Slash, as we looked at, hits everything on the team. But one Pokemon I'm very scared of in this matchup is Rotom Heat. So I have Hydro Pump here to try and threaten the Rotom Heat with a Terra Water boosted Hydro Pump. You know, I do have the Body Slam that allows me to hit it, and the Sludge Bomb that allows me to hit it as well. So that's the concern. And then I have Sword Ghost Gastrodon here, which is Muddy Water, Ice Beam, Terra Blast, and Recover with a lot of bulk. And it's actually fairly difficult for my opponent to remove this Pokemon. The idea is hopefully that I can remove enough of their big, scary, concerning things through the early game, and then threaten the Terra Gastrodon as sort of a late game way to really just put my opponent on the back foot, and try and make it so that I can just delete the remainder of their options. Now, one concern is I do need Terra Blast to hit Palafin, so Muddy Water Ice Beam hits every single other Pokemon here for at least neutral, but Palafin does resist both, so I do need to get Terra Blast to get a strong move into Palafin. But Muddy Water does have the special attack drop options, which are quite useful, and with safety goggles, it should be able to juke through a Mungus, as well as being able to Ice Beam around it can be very helpful, or Terra Blast around it in the case of Urshifu. So yeah, the Terra Fairies definitely here are both for Urshifu, and the Terra Fighting's actually both for Urshifu. The other 2 Pokemon that I've got as sort of mix-up options, and the ability to, like, just hopefully scare off Rotom at lead, Scarf Cleavor and Sash Bruxish. This has just got damage. I need to remember not to Storm Drain this Hydro Pump, nor these Hydro Pump Aqua Jets, as I did earlier in the season with Aqua Jet. And then, you know, the Sash, and then it does have access to Taunt, and it has access to Dazzling to prevent me from being Sucker Punched by Urshifu. It's really just for that sort of ability to intimidate them, or in like a game 2 or a game 3 sort of situation. Certainly if Snow comes, the Scarf Rock Slide can be very useful. Scarf Stone Axe is pretty good as well if they are not like leading it. And X-Scissor is decent. The Terra Fighting CC is for the same reason as Tauros, it's just to hit Urshifu hard. I think this one like can KO 0 bulk, and this one can KO max bulk with the Terra boost. And yeah, Bruxish is just there, and it's special because It's got a bunch of Intimidate and then Pokemon that have good physical defense. And my opponent seems to be ready. Actually, I am just going to quickly step away from my microphone because I realized I left my water on the other side of the room. Well, there we go. I now have the water on this side of the room, which is helpful because I am a bit parched. So, VGC Regulation 3. I don't know if I'm going to click this best of 3 button yet. Hopefully it's something that we can adopt heading into future seasons, but I believe it has forced open team sheet, so I'm not sure. But yeah, if the best of 3 button does work in like the way that we prefer, that'd be great. Okay, so the snow version did come. What else to leave behind? Rotom. Oh, okay. Rotom, Mesprit, Voltorb, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Would you look at that? It's there's still no poison resist. Good luck, have fun. Okay, so the snow version did come. Rotom did not come. Rotom did not come. Okay. Need to think about that. So, if there is Sludge Bomb, or to some extent Clear Smog on the Amoonguss, it can be a problem for the Terra Fairy Gastrodon. If it's not, this is definitely one of the better matchups for Terra Fairy Gastrodon. Articuno is an issue, but the other 3 are not super concerning, and even then Articuno is... Oh yeah, sending more. Sorry. I totally, not just thinking about the thing. I mean, they can. Yeah, may have completely just... It's been a little bit. I've been, in my 2 other leagues, I'm in a, 6v6 singles league and a 6v6 doubles league. So they're both just game 1, so I just forgot to send game 2 and 3. I've sent the challenge, right? Yeah. And regulation D again. Yeah, it's been fun. Hopefully, we should get the chance, win or lose, to chat with Colby after the game. So we got the game 1 Calyx. For sure. Yeah. Okay. So Palafin did come. Lando, the snow. So I think that the Salazzle lead still feels correct. Iron Jugulis feels like a difficult Pokemon to lead here, but so it's a Tauros. I could lead Cleavor, but it's not good into the other Pokemon. It's just that the snow option is scarce, and it is kind of there on the end, so maybe they won't commit to a game 1. So I think I'll try and go for the Tauros lead to catch any of the physical attackers, and again, no normal resist. I wouldn't mind Cleavor, because I think only Palafin is surrounding it with an Oko. Like if it's banded Wave Crash, yeah, it would, even with being in the baby form. Like I don't think a Shifu is surrounding it with a 1-hit KO unless it's item boosted, but if Black Glasses is, that's pretty spooky. And then yeah, Lando, I think even with Terraflying Terra Blast, yeah, isn't threatening it with an Oko. And it doesn't look like not the Brave Outer. It doesn't look like Articuno is either. So clearly Colby is still making decisions. Yeah, so no speed control outside of Tailwind on Articuno, and a potential Icy Wind on Palafin is interesting. Or, I guess, Rock Tomb and Bulldoze from Lando as well. But that's still like less than I was concerned about. Also, it's the dimorphism snowball. Okay, so yeah, that's just basically sort of kind of what we expect here. We expect the Palafin to switch. I want to go for a fake out into Lando and then just body slam the Palafin, I think. I could bring in Gastrodon if I expect flip turn. So if I fake out the Mufasa and switch in Gastrodon, it covers them going for flip turn, as well as it's okay just to hard switch and then be able to reset Intimidate. I want the fake out to go into Lando because I want to find out right now if it's Covert Cloak rather than in game 2 or 3. And if it isn't Covert Cloak, I would like it not to be able to kill my Salazzle. Noting that it will boost the power of a Stomping Tantrum. Clearly I've done some maths wrong at some point. Okay, that's a good start. I kind of want to protect and then commit to the Terra Ice Beam. Because I don't want to get like just Giga Drained or Energy Balled and die. I also don't want to get Stomping Tantrumed and die. So I'm going for the Protect and the Terra Ice Beam. Hoping they go for a Stomping Tantrum into the Salazzle slot. I don't care, care is probably the right word. I don't have a particular concern that I need to get this Ice Beam off, the Taunt off into Amoonguss right now because I do have the safety goggles on Gastrodon. I should be faster than Amoonguss. I am naturally faster, and I also 39, and I have like 4 speed, so this is definitely a very fraught matchup for me, I think. Like, you know, Palafin in at full at this point is definitely a scary proposition. In hero form, when I haven't really got that much value going on. Okay, let's see what comes out. Protect, awesome. U-turn, awesome. Ice Beam KO? Ice Beam KO! Okay, that's a good start. Protect is such a good move on Salazzle. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I do still have Taunt for Amoonguss as well, which is nice. Okay, well, we'll have to see what the Palafin's moveset is if it's designed to come in on a Gastrodon. That's definitely scary. Definitely intimidates me. I don't know if it has like Earthquake or something. I'm going to Taunt the Amoonguss and just Terra Blast the Palafin. Protect is a really good move to find out about on Gastrodon. Not on Gastrodon, on Amoonguss. Okay, it's Mental Herb. That's also good news to have. I mean, this position isn't amazing. I think I want to bring... No, we know it's not... We know it can be intimidated because it was previously. I'm going to bring Tauros in, and I'm going to go for another Terra Blast. I don't think this is a great position. But I do have... Oh, actually, they might have split the slot. Oh, it's no item. That's cool. That's the set I like to run. Yeah, I realize now that they were spoiling that slot again, which isn't, like, amazing for me. Especially... This Palafin is taking these moves pretty well. I don't have Protect either. I wish I'd just stayed in with Salazzle. Oh, that's annoying. That's it. I think I bring Salazzle back in and probably switch Jugulus in this slot. Because I want to get another Intimidate off with Tauros. That's cool. The Acrobatic set is definitely cool. Woo, that does a lot of damage. I mean, yeah, it doesn't really matter what I click in this slot. Taunting the Amogus doesn't do much. Actually, I should just go for the another Intimidate, right? This Expert Belt is not feeling super premium at this point. How much is this Jug doing to Palafin? Probably not KOing it, so I should just Air Slash the Amogus. Which isn't threatening it with a KO either, but yeah, no, I'm in a difficult position for sure. Okay, it's feeling less like a difficult position at this point. I would like to switch Salazzle back in and go for another Air Slash. I think at this point I am willing to go for the Taunt into Amogus. I'm not that scared of it because it's shown that it doesn't really have like a lot of attacks. I haven't burnt any sleep turns on anything though. I think I need to just start burning sleep turns. No, I need to burn sleep turns with Salazzle, not with Amogus. So yes, I'm going to go here and I want to taunt the Amogus. Okay, well that's not great. That's fine. I thought I was losing a Pokemon for nothing, but not losing a Pokemon for nothing feels better. I could bring Gastrodon in this turn, but I feel like they're just going to commit to Acro anyways, so that makes me just want to throw a Dark Pulse out into the Palafin slot. There's no way this is echoing Salazzle with Acro. Okay, that's bad information. But yes, it's not echoing Salazzle with Acro. So is this Freeze Dry KOing Gastro? That's the real question. It looks like the answer is no. On one that is specially attack invested. Okay, that's good news to have. Good news to have. So I definitely want to throw a Taunt out in that slot and get a Recover off. I really like to wake up with Salazzle. For one thing, I'd prefer not to know them not to know that it's Goggles. Yeah, I'd like to live and not be frozen. And I'd like them not to know that I am Goggles on Gastrodon. Getting a Recover off is very valuable for sure. Okay, that's fine. Don't die. Didn't die, didn't get frozen. That's all the things I asked for. Sludge Bomb wise, what's Sludge Bomb doing to either of these Pokemon? 27 to Articuno, makes sense, it's very specially defensive. It looks like it may have a chance to KO Amogus, so I may go for Sludge Bomb Muddy Water in this slot. I'd rather just Taunt. To be honest, I'd rather just Taunt both of them. But I think I Taunt the Amogus and I go for Recover again. How much of a problem is this? It's definitely not like great, but I don't know if it's too much of a problem. I definitely wish I'd gotten the attack off, but I think I can Sludge Bomb and Muddy Water here. They went for the super inaccurate move and got the hit. Okay, please connect the Muddy Water. Okay, yeah, I would have preferred them not to learn it, but I didn't get to wake up at any point, and it got no damage on the Articuno. That is definitely not good. That is definitely bad. That is really bad. Oh my gosh, that's bad. Okay, I need to bring Taurus in. I need to get a Recover off, so I think that means I need to dodge Blizzard. I can't believe they dodged Muddy Water. So this is 85% accurate, Blizzard is 70% accurate, and they connected both, and I missed one. It's always rough. Actually, does Ice Beam KO Palafin? Because I do have the Expert Belt. It does not look like Ice Beam KOs Palafin. That's looking at max bulk set. What have I hit it with? Terrablast? Terrablast did... How much did Terrablast do? 28? So, yeah, looks like they are max bulk. Possibly more than the bulk that this is showing. So, but getting a recover doesn't gain me anything. It just makes the turn like go longer. So I do need to go for the Ice Beam here. Not only do I need to dodge, I also need to go for the Ice Beam. Helping Hand. Great. Oh, I lived anyways? Oh, okay. We've gotten the KO. That's a good start. It's definitely not game over by any means. I need to... I mean, they're just going to freeze dry that slot, right? So I think I just want to start going for wake-ups on Tauros, and I want to bring in Salazzle, because they're just going to freeze dry that slot 100% of the time. I'm hoping that they go for a move that KOs Tauros. Awesome. Okay, cool. Awesome. That's great news. That's great news. So I get to find out now if they're Covert Cloak, and if they're not Covert Cloak, I get a recover off. We haven't seen an item from them yet. They have seen my Citrus Berry on Salazzle. I'm really hoping that they're not Covert Cloak. Or if they... Well, I mean, they should freeze dry for the 100%, right? Okay, good, good, good. Now, how much was Blizzard doing to... So freeze dry did something. I don't know. I think I want to go for a second recover here and starts going for... yeah, I want to go for a second recover and start going for Sludge Bomb. No freeze? No freeze, okay. I think that it's looking, well, we want to see what their item is for sure. But it's looking like they are not even Citrus, okay. I'm very curious as to what their item is. If it is Bright Powder, it's not Brock Film once, which, you know, I'm kind of happy about. GG indeed. Okay. For one thing, really glad that Orlando died. Really glad the Orlando died. We did not see what the attacking move was on Amoonguss. They managed to sleep through that turn where they would have had to show it to me. Learning the safety goals sucks. 100%. 100% that's bad for me. Artie did not show an item. Lando did not show an item, but I think it may be Scarf. Palafin is no item. Pala, no item. I assume the last move is Jet Punch, but that may be incorrect. Moong. Yeah, Moongus showed Mezzle Herb, Protect, Sport Powder, and Herb. So yeah, Pala's no item. Lando only showed U-turn, which suggests to me that it's a Soul Vest. No, it's not a Soul Vest because it died. So then, wait, was that accurate? Yeah, it's not a Soul Vest because it died. So it's not a Soul Vest. It's not That means it's likely a choice item if it went for U-turn, and probably choice Scarf, looking at how it was used and positioned. Like a fun. Do I want to go for the early Zul'jin? I think I kind of want to go for the early Zul'jin. I feel like there's a lot of value I can get out of the early, like, Salazzle Cleavor lead. Definitely the Terra Fairy wound up being very good in the Gastrodon. Massive shoutouts to the homeboy Slushy for giving me that advice. I've gotten feedback from a number of coaches, which I really appreciate, because this is obviously a very difficult matchup against a very good player. So what do I want at the back? Probably still Gastrodon, and then maybe Tauros, or do I feel like Jug was good enough? Because Jug was kind of awkward, and it is still weak to Freeze Dry if it Terras. I definitely think I need Gastro. Is there a Bruxish? So value of Bruxish. No, Bruxish's special attack just isn't high enough, right? And it's another Pokemon that I'm scared about Gastrodon with. I think I want the Tauros for Intimidate, but I really just want to get the Stone Axe up turn 1. I just want to have Stealth Rock. We'll also reveal the Amoonguss isn't UK. The Amoonguss isn't Mental Herb, Covert Cloak. Makes you think the Urshifu might be? Yeah, so I want to fake out the Articuno and just go for Stone Axe into the Palafin slot. because I'm not really expecting the Palafin to stay in. I also think the Articuno might Terrastalize, is my thought process here, or Protect. The Palafin did reveal Protect, but I kind of would still expect it to switch, but we'll see. Maybe, I mean, if they go for a double Protect, surely they're just more out of position, right? Also, they should think this is a speed tie, even though I am, in fact, Choice Scarf. I wonder if they're Rock Resist Berry, but that doesn't make sense. I think they would still die through Rock Resist Berry. Gleeor, Articuno. They would likely still die through Rock Resist Berry, depending on their bulk investment. This is a very, very physically bulky version, and it's still having the odds to die through Rock Resist Berry. It's a good sign that they haven't clicked anything yet, because it suggests that they don't have a great switch in the back, though they did only bring one Rock Resist, so that makes sense. I do have the option of switching Gastrodon in the Salazzle slot if I expect the Palafin to go for a Baby Wave Crash. I just am not that scared of it at this point, since we know that the Palafin doesn't have an item. Apparently Baby Wave Crash can still Loco though, which is quite funny. Gastrodon got 3 KOs last game, did it? Yeah, Gastrodon KO'd Articuno, KO'd Lando, KO'd thing. Who KO'd Dominguez? Actually, did Gastrodon also do that? What's the Amoonguss nickname? Wobble? Yeah, no, Gastrodon got all 4 KOs last game. Okay, they went for that, and they stayed in. So I hope it's Flip Turn. No, it is Wave Crash. Okay. The Terra Steel is annoying, because I don't have a move that can hit it with this, but I do have a Terra Fighting Taurus. So I definitely want a Sludge Bomb there, and I want to Terra Fighting close combat the Articuno. Do I need Terra Fighting, is the question. Tauros, it looks like I definitely do. They didn't seem as physically defensive as this version is, so it shouldn't be as much of a problem, but yes, I definitely want to go for the Terra Fighting, and I want to Sludge Bomb. And I did reveal that I didn't have a Fire move, so they know that for sure. Okay, can I get a KO here is the question. I cannot. Do they set Tailwind? I believe they would. They did not. They did not set Tailwind. That's good news for me. This is bad news for me. This is really bad. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Oh, and Gastrodon's super out of place. Yeah, this Terra Steel is really, really good for them, especially since I didn't get the KO. Because I can't do anything with against Articuno. This Gastrodon is not great. So yeah, them just throwing the Wave Crash off turn 1 wound up working out pretty well, especially since they did live the Stone Axe, which I think we thought they were going to anyways. Yeah, Stone Axe doing 58 to 70, and then it did 65. So yeah, that max HP, like the bulk that they have on Palafin is definitely proving to be effective, but we do know they don't have Wave Crash? Is that the move that we think they don't have? We do know that they don't have Jet Punch. This is also really bad for Salazzle, because they don't have the Sludge Bomb weakness at this point. I think I need to throw off an attack with both slots. I kind of wish IIC winded, though I don't know what that would have achieved. The CC was definitely the right play. Maybe I should have gone for the Body Slam paralysis. I think I'm going for the Sludge Bomb here, and I think Body Slam likely picks up the Articuno from this range. It's not guaranteed, so I'm not going to go for it. So that means... So I just need to... I mean, I need to get in where I have both of these Pokemon in, and also Tailwind isn't up, which is a very difficult position. So Yeah, the Terra Steel is very challenging because I did have that Sludge Bomb, but I've used all of these moves to great impact so far, right? Yeah, I did. The Terra Steel is very, very strong from their end. Because it is just hardballing the Salazzle. But Salazzle is also likely the only Pokemon that's preventing Gastron from winning. So I think I just need to go for this double attack. And I need this Landowner to not be Scarf, or if it is Scarf, to attack Tauros. To not attack Tauros, to attack Salazzle instead. Earthquake? Rock Slide. I don't even know if that would have KO'd. Okay, well, last month coming in. I don't know what I want to see. But yeah, we do see Scarf. Okay. That is annoying, but we didn't see its single attack last game. And I don't think Rock Slide picks up. I'm at -2, but like it's a resisted move. Yeah, it looks like it wouldn't have picked up. I want Ice Beam here, and I want to just Body Slam the Amoonguss. I could Protect, but I think Body Slam is better. Okay, don't reveal a grass move. It revealed a grass move. The grass move is Leaf Storm. I think I need to dodge all the Leaf Storms. So I Protect here. I just need to stall them out of the Leaf Storm power points. Oh, this is a crazy game. Yeah. So I just need to not get hit by a Leaf Storm. It is a 70% accurate move. Sorry, 90% accurate move. Oh, this is really difficult. And Gastron wound up being fine, right? Bruxish probably wouldn't have been better. I just need to go for Body Slam here. I've got higher odds on getting a double Protect than a triple Protect, right? So technically I think I should be going for the double Protect and then trying to force misses. But I can also just get through them with 2 Body Slam paras. So I'd have to Body Slam para, full para / dodge, and then continue that. And that just doesn't seem like it's high enough odds. It's definitely a challenge. Yeah, I think that this is just a game that is most of the time going to be won by Colby. Yep, GG too. Yeah, I mean, I had a really good game 1, and I think that's really all I'm getting in the series. Their team's just so strong. Especially when they did rip out that wave crash turn 1, when I don't have the ability to threaten Articuno or Sludge Bomb. Very, very, very difficult. That's right, I need to pick up the replay as well. Hello? Replay. Please come. So yeah, the Lando was Scarf, which we basically figured from turn 1 last game, but we confirmed it 100% of the time now. I think if I terrored the Cleavor there, I was in a really strong position. Oh, also, they know that I'm Scarf because of the Palafin. I mean, I think I just go for this and then actually try and commit the Terror on Cleavor. Could also double the Palafin is another option. But I think I do this and then I just commit the Terror on Cleavor. I could even commit the Terror on Cleavor into the Articuno. So we hit the Articuno with the close combat when it had Terrored into Steel type, right? So apparently you could have just KO'd. Oh, that's like they're definitely bulkier than this, right? So that means they're even more physically defensive. It's at 88%. That's a roll. It could have been a roll. No, they're probably, like, I don't know. So if they're just max HP, 252. then it's more of a roll as well. Dude, rolls or something. But it seems like they might just be max HP. How does that check in with the Gastrodon damage from previous game? When they weren't terrored. It should be the Salazzle damage I'm focused on. 26 to 31. Sludge Bomb did do 31. And it did do 30. So it could be around this, or it could be a little bit less bulky. I mean, I feel like Golby's really far ahead at this point. Okay. Okay. I wish I had U-turn, but I don't actually wish I had U-turn. I mean, I think I'd just go for... I think I'd go for the switch into Gastrodon and taunt the Amoonguss and hope that they spawned the Cleavor slot. They went for double protect, of course. You know what? Why didn't I protect that? I'm going to Terra and Ice Beam the Amoonguss. Honestly, I think I'm just going to double the Amoonguss with Sludge Bomb and Ice Beam. I think I just need to get rid of this Amoonguss. I could double the partner slot with Ice Beam and Sludge Bomb as well. Nothing's really coming in on that, right? I could do it with Terra Blast as well, but then Lando does come in. I think I'm going to go for the partner slot. No, I care too much about the Amoonguss. The Amoonguss is too much of a problem. If I had Flamethrower, this would be like a crazy position for me to be in. Freeze? No freeze. This is annoying. So I need a Muddy Water and a Sludge Bomb, right? That's basically the position. I need, sorry, a Muddy Water and an Ice Beam to get rid of the Amoonguss. So I should just Muddy Water, get the accuracy drop, and try to start waking up with Amoonguss. With Salazzle. It does wall the Articuno, even if the Articuno does wall it back. They have seen all the moves on Gastrodon as well. Muddy Water also hits the... well, it just hits Articuno the hardest if they Terra, right? Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Okay, that's not enough damage for that to be game-winning, at least. And then I think I just need to come out with this Sludge Bomb into Amoonguss again. It's definitely a strong position for my opponent. They got their Palafin developed, and I didn't get my my rocks, much as I wish I have them. Ah, the Tailwind too. The Tailwind is not good for me. I didn't get the Muddy Water drop either, because we'd seen they weren't Clear Amulet. So I have to bring Tauros in one of these slots. I think it might be in the Gastro slot. Yeah, I hate sleep so much. I've just had such bad sleep luck this season. I mean, this isn't terrible, but like, I haven't had good sleep luck, therefore it's bad. No, this is the first game of the season. If both of my first and last game of the season come down to just having bad sleep turns, that will really hurt. I think I have to go for the Sludge Bomb here. I certainly don't think I can ever switch in Cleavor into the slot. So I think I have to go for the Sludge Bomb into Palafin. Okay, well that didn't do that much. They forgot to Terra, I think. So I think I bring Gastrodon in here. And I could switch. I could switch Zul'jin into the Cleavor slot this turn, I think. I prefer to do it next turn, though. I think I protect, and then I switch Tauros and Cleavor in next turn. Oh, I could double protect and switch Gastrodon and Tauros. No, I don't want Gastrodon and Tauros. I do want Gastrodon to be out. I think I want to protect I'm guaranteed to wake up. Yeah, I mean, getting a Sludge Bomb off there would have been really nice, right? Okay, now I want to bring Tauros and Cleavor in. I think I want to bring Cleavor in the Gastrodon slot and then Tauros in the other slot. I just need to pressure them to commit Terrestrialization, right? Also, 25 is very strong for the position that we're in, right? I'm so far in the back right now. I mean, if Freeze Strike KOs Tauros, I think that is really bad. Oh, the double up. Okay. The opposing team's tail impeded out. So we know that the Articuno doesn't have Protect. We know it can Terra Steel. I think we throw CC and Body Slam into the Articuno slot. I don't think I can afford to Stone Axe. I think I lose. I think I lose really hard right now. I think I'm really far in the back. Yeah, I think I'm just really far in the back at this point. God, it looks like CC may not even pick up if they Terra. Well, I suppose that's why I'm throwing both in, right? But that means that they won't both pick up. Like the double up won't pick up. I could Rock Slide. No, if this CC isn't picking up, this monster's stronger by a considerable margin. I could try doubling the Palafin instead. No, but this one doesn't have Protect, and this one does have Protect, so I need to play with that in mind. I could Rock Slide for flinch. So I've got the option CC Stone Axe Rock Slide here, and I really only have the option to like Protect Body Slam switch in this slot. They should just throw an Acro out, right? I think at another -1, Zul'jin's still not living the next Acrobatics. Apparently I'm still dying to... I mean, it's not Mystic Water. We know it's not Mystic Water. It's no item. Now, at another -1. No, I'm at 22.8, which is the min roll. So my max HP is their min roll. So if I throw CC and Body Slam into the slot, my best option is that they switch out Palafin or that they click Protect. If not, which one would I prefer? Well, they can't KO Tauros without Terra. Or maybe they can with Wave Crash. But I think I need to go for the CC and the Body Slam into this slot. I just need them to Terra. Like I really need them to Terra. They did not Terra. Oh, I hate this so much. Yeah, I think that's just game over. I think that's just them winning. Yeah, like they say, this game is so... Dude, that team is so dumb. I don't... It's like... I think it is a great testament to me outplaying the hell out of this game that Colby lost. Like, Colby had no right to lose this game. Like, Colby's team is so much better than mine and is so far ahead. Like, why was this game close? That's insane. Like, I don't know. I was like... This feels like a moral failing on my opponent's end, you know? Like, it's one of those games. Like, I should feel insulted my opponent lost this game. They haven't even committed Terra this game. Like, their team is so dumb. You know. So my best out here is I fake out the Thundurus and bring in Gastrodon as they Wave Crash, so I get the +1 special attack. I think that is by far my best option. They need to Wave Crash. They should Acrobatics or switch. They should probably switch. But like that's just my best out. Like, dude, I'm so far behind. How do they even get this to be close in 2 games? I don't even understand what was happening on their end. Still, obviously especially the Palafin was poisoned at this point. Yeah. But like my team is so crap. Iron Julius wouldn't help. Yeah, these are definitely the best 4. But, like, their team is just so cracked. I have to bring Taurus in and just crit freeze the Amoonguss, right? Like, it's just, I'm at the point where I just need to start crit freezing things. I need the Intimidate so much. I am not gonna... So they could U-turn with Lando, or they could stay in, and I don't know if I can beat either of those plays. I can switch in Taurus and recover then? No, I need to get the Ice Beam Freeze. Like, I really just don't have an out besides Ice Beam Freeze, and even then, I'm not sure I can beat Articuno. I need to Ice Beam Freeze all 3 of their Pokemon. Well, I mean, I need to KO the Lando. Lando went for Terra Water. Stomping Tantrum. I don't know why they went for Terra Water. Okay, so I'm going to fake out the Lando and Ice Beam the Amoonguss. They're going to switch the Amoonguss. I still need to just Ice Beam Freeze the Palafin anyways, right? If they protect, that's annoying. I still need to Ice Beam Freeze the Lando, the Palafin. Nothing has changed. I didn't Ice Beam Freeze. That's game over. Like, their team is just so far ahead all of the time. There's no way I can beat Lando at this point. Just, like, I can't beat Palafin, I can't beat Articuno, and I can't beat Lando. Maybe I can beat Lando. I probably can't beat Amoonguss. Maybe, I don't know. Depends on how they use switches. But, yeah, I don't know. Like, I think it's downright disrespectful for my opponent to have lost game 1 with this team. Like, that just feels like a personal insult. So I think that last turn. Best play is probably protect and recover, and then just hope the attacks will go into Salazzle. Wow, the attacks didn't all go into Salazzle? That's so not shocking at all. Like, okay. Yeah, it was just disrespectful for my opponent to lose game 1. That was just bad manners. Alright, VC? It's like...
My audio levels are going to be off. What a set. By the way, what a set.
I feel it was really disrespectful for you to play terribly game 1 and 2. Like, what was going on there? That was really disrespectful to me, you know. Make it pretend like this was an actual game.
Let me get your audio up.
Okay.
Check audio levels.
My audio levels for you are fine.
Hold on. I think games 1 and 2. Game 1, I like. The Landorus was leaving on the U-turn, and you protected with the Salazzle, and I was like, this Salazzle doesn't have protect, but it does. Yeah. Okay. So like that was the reveal for the protect.
Yeah.
And then I still held on the whole game, and I still had win conditions. So I think game 1
I mean, your team was so much better than mine, and your draft is so much better than mine. Like, the game 3 is how game 1 and 2 should have gone. You just played really like unsafe game 1. The U-turn is just incredibly unnecessary. There's no reason to not hard switch. Like, I thought you were going to stop.
Sash. So. Sash is why you don't hard switch.
Like, yes, I understand that the thought process there was Sash. Okay, it was banded Shifu. Yeah, I brought the Terra Fairy on, and the bulk I did on Salazzle for banded Shifu specifically. Though you didn't even bring.
And I didn't bring it. I brought the same for all sets.
Yeah,
the whole
I only
set.
changed up Angulus because Angulus wound up not being very good.
Hexbert belt. Yeah, I knew. I saw it had a steroid. I saw it had damage.
Yeah, the freeze dry freeze dry's a broken move. The fact that I couldn't Terra defensively around Articuno meant that Angulus just was not usable. Like,
my whole week was how do I get under Gastrodon?
Yeah,
and I brought 3 or 4 ways to do it. The Snover is designed. The Energy Ball kills a Gastrodon, and so does the Leaf Storm on the Amoonguss. I'm so happy that you taunted me twice, because I'm like, Electric knows how to taunt. They're gonna bring 2 taunts into me, and you did.
I did. Yeah, I just didn't have the positioning for it because Angulus wasn't very good.
What was this Tauros? Tell me about the Tauros.
I brought 3 taunts. I had it on the other one as well. What do you mean? What was the Tauros? It lives the Shifu. It's got
Okay.
damage. It's got utility in Icy Wind. The Terra Fighting CC can get through Shifu. Originally it was Sash, but then Broxish became Sash. Wouldn't have changed anything.
What was I predicting? Hold on, let me undo what I did.
I frankly think most of my draft here was awful. I only had 4 Pokemon that I think were good, and then one of them was not Cleavor. And I still wound up having to use Cleavor.
So I tried so hard to kill Cleavor in prep any way I could.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that Palafin just OHKOs it from lead was always a concern that I had of why Cleavor wasn't good. And would you look at that, Cleavor turned out to be pretty awful.
And that was a super risky move. Like the thing about Gastrodon.
Yeah, I mentioned on the previous one that turn 1 I could switch in Gastrodon, but like I just lose anyways because you let Articuno next to it, so that would just be like forfeiting the game.
And I think I doubled into that slot at one point with the
Acrobatics
ice
Freeze
move
Dry.
Also. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't prep with the Articuno directly in mind, mostly because I didn't have any way to deal with it defensively outside of Salazzle. So I knew from the start that there was no way I was going to be able to do that. And then I just kind of put it in as like functionally the same Pokemon as Fletchinder. So Fletchinder is more like it's a more consistent Tailwind, but Articuno is like a more offensive option. But like either way, like there was no way I didn't have any ability to make prep that was better into Articuno because it has Freeze Dry. Like Freeze Dry just is dumb.
Freeze Dry is pretty dumb.
Like, and also I didn't Ice Beam freeze the Palafin when I was calling the Palafin switch in with Ice Beam.
For the record, props to you for teaching me how to use no item acrobatics mons.
Yeah, you run acrobatics and you don't run an item. It's very complicated.
Yeah.
You didn't even Terra game 3.
No, I did. I terrored the Landorus.
Oh, that's right, you did. I actually don't know why you did that. Like,
it wasn't necessary, but that was the game plan from the start. Like the game plan was I'm terroring this Landorus into his mons, and then like I kept having the mons, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep getting damage. He can do a switching thing.
I mean, the fact that the Terra Articuno won you that game too.
Did it?
How did it not? It was like.
It was a turn 1 Terra, and I was calling the stone. Oh, because I lived the Stone Axe. No, Paladin lived the Stone Axe.
Because you hardballed Salazzle.
Yeah, that too.
I mean, hardballing Salazzle meant that I just couldn't threaten it with one of my main slots. And then you live the CC, which, depending on your spread, which you have set through, I already had it open.
I may or may
depending
not
on your
have,
spread. No, you literally have
taken the one from the.
Yeah, you literally have the count
spread.
So it was a roll. It was a limited roll for CC to kill with Terra Fighting.
Yeah.
Is that literally just the one in the calc? That is the exact
it's the
one from the calc.
It's the one from the world spread, yeah. And I played around with other things, and I'm like, I guess this is enough
Why is
special
the
attack to
speed
do
the
a
right
thing.
one? Yeah, I mean the special attack.
Speed?
Well, the special attack wound up making it so that you were even at risk of losing to Gastro, right? But yeah, I wound up needing everyone with Salazzle. The taunt going into Articuno was really good, but then not being able to get another taunt on Articuno and letting it get Tailwind up was very challenging.
I was a red card on Amoonguss for a while.
I don't actually know what item you are.
Mental Herb.
That's right.
You can taunt.
Yeah, I mean, So I was wondering what the mono move on Amoonguss was, though I was thinking Energy Ball. But yeah, Leaf Storm makes sense.
It was Energy Ball.
Yeah, like you advertised the Scarf so hard in Game 1.
Yeah.
But like didn't matter because Scarf is just a good item on ladder.
I thought you were going to be Scarf Bruxish. I didn't actually realize that your
Bruxish is faster.
What your item. That's why I thought you were Scarf. I thought you were going to be Scarf Bruxish to get faster than me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I mean yeah. It wasn't
I'm max speed. I'm max speed Urshifu to deal with the Mimikyu, to like respect the Mimikyu, and you turn out of it. But like, you didn't bring the Mimikyu, which I was a little surprised about. I thought you were going to go Trick Room or something.
Trick Room just
what
lost.
What speed control did you bring? Oh,
Icy Wind.
I know what I thought. I was hard calling defensive Cleavor. That's what I was calling in my prep. Defensive Stone Axe Tailwind.
Frankly, I thought that Cleavor was never going to get a move off successfully if it didn't have a Choice Scarf. And I also only brought it to scare off Rotom Heat, which was my main loss condition otherwise.
Really? What is Rotom Heat doing to you?
It was like
He
my
was on,
entire
like-
team. What do you mean? I just love like.
I've already got Gastrodon problems. I've already got.
Yeah, but the thing is that Rotom Heat doesn't lose to Gastrodon, doesn't lose to Salazzle, doesn't lose to Taurus, doesn't lose to Gastrodon. Like, I mean, Rotom Heat, like, there was like this classic period in the start of Gen 8 OU where there was Seismitoad, which admittedly is not Gastrodon, right? But it was the water ground type in the format. And Rotom Heat switched in on Gastrodon, like Seismitoad, all the goddamn time. If your Rotom Heat can't beat a water ground type, I don't think you're playing the Rotom Heat correctly.
Interesting.
Like, I would have needed like offensive boosting item plus expert belt to be able to threaten it, and then like you have the rest of your team around it. No, Rotom Heat is a really, really good check to just everything. Like, I mean, I brought Cleavor with the Scarf, and I brought the offensive Bruxish, because Cleavor is slower than Rotom Heat. And I brought the Sash Bruxish specifically for that matchup.
The speed tiers were so interesting this week, by the way.
In the sense
I don't know if you saw
had,
how close our...
Yeah, you had a bunch of Pokemon that were slightly slower or slightly faster than mine.
Yeah.
An annoying number of speed ties. I mean, the only one that really came into play was the Bruxish Lando, and I didn't click Bruxish. Because you had Scarf anyways, and I had Scarf on Cleavor, so our speed type potential didn't come into play.
Good set. Honestly, I'm
I
excited
don't
to
think it
watch
was a very
that
good
guy.
set. I don't think I was playing for the last 2 games in that series. And I don't think I was really
What?
playing game 1 either. Like, I feel like there was maybe one impactful decision I had that entire set. Like, the decisions you made way more impact than any of the decisions that I made.
That's fair. You did a lot of switching and not hitting me, and I did a lot of hitting you.
I did a lot
Especially
of
in
hitting
game
you.
3.
I mean, like, game 3, you were switching most of the time. But, like, I
You
just
did
was
a
super
thing
far
where-
behind.
Like in game 1, both your Salazzle and your Taurus were asleep, and you just kept switching them instead of burning their sleep turns.
Was that game 1? Or was that
Yeah,
game
that was
2?
game 1.
That was game 1?
It was
Oh,
a
okay.
16-turn game.
Yeah, that's pretty standard.
No, it's not. Not with, at least not with my team.
Really? Your turn 13 game in game 3? I mean, you spent most of game 3 switching as well.
Yeah, but normally my games go to like.
I mean,
like,
if
think
I
8
was
turn
able
games
to get
long.
Stone Axe up, then I think I was able to play the game 3 more, because Articuno wouldn't have been able to switch out 3 times.
Yeah, I could.
Lando, I think, would have been dead off switches.
Yeah, I could.
Amoonguss wouldn't
It's
have been
heavy duty
able to get
boots,
off, but-
Articuno. I was ready.
Was it actually?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I wouldn't change the fact that Lando and Amoonguss were affected, but yeah. Okay, I mean, that's funny. I don't know if it's good.
I don't either, but it felt better than Bright Powder.
I mean, Cleavor just wound up just being not very good.
Yeah.
I just didn't have good damage into your, like, the shape of your team at all. Like, you didn't even bring 2 of your Pokemon. I mean, the short Snover wasn't really much of an improvement, but you didn't bring an Urshifu against me, and it worked out completely fine for you. Like,
Yeah, because Palafin was nuts into you, except for Gastrodon. Yeah, I saw that you had not a lot of ways to hit Palafin.
I mean, I think all my Pokemon had ways to hit Palafin. Right?
Well, it lived a lot of hits.
It did, yeah, because it is a tanky Pokemon. I didn't have
even
just
took
good
on
ways to hit
Volca.
your team more broadly, right? I think was more the issue. So you didn't have to switch, especially the fact that Palafin's incentivized to stay in against Cleavor. Like that's
I am
my
happy that
like,
you-
single strong attacker.
I am happy that you both ran, and it mattered the safety goggles on Gastrodon. That's the first time that's the first time in a while that I've actually hit into a relevant safety goggles.
I just wanted to avoid Rage Powder.
Yeah.
Next to Shifu and Lando. But yeah, Spore as well. I mean, as we saw game 1, Spore, while incredibly tilting to play against, isn't necessarily a good move.
Yeah.
It's a much better move for offensive teams, which your team wound up being quite slow. It can facilitate setup, which it did fine, but not really, because I just switched Taurus in and out, right? Like it didn't stop the problem that my team posed to you in the slightest, having Spore on your Amoonguss, because like you saw, I just switched the Pokemon in and out, and then it didn't matter whether they were asleep or not. Because
Honestly, a big problem was the fake out. Like the fake out was super annoying.
But I was asleep.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is, but even like game 3, like
I mean,
limiting your switches, because you have to switch in switch in Tauros and switch in Salazzle to do their things, but you also have to switch in Gastrodon, and he has to be on the board.
I think Tauros was a very good trade for my team.
Yeah. Tauros was actually, I didn't respect it enough in prep, but also when it came, I just attacked you through the Intimidate.
Yeah, and then you weren't getting KOs where you would have been getting Urkos. I mean, you had no normal resist. I was considering bringing Wigglytuff at one point, but it just didn't have the shape to be able to fit in anywhere. I had considered a Trick Room with Wigglytuff, because with the competitive boost, Wigglytuff was very very strong into your team. But
I was respecting Wigglytuff. Oh, the game
you respected
two,
the Wigglytuff and not the Tauros? How did you respect the Wigglytuff?
Because I have an Urshifu, and every time I see a Dazzling Gleam, I get scared.
Well, no, I mean, when I say how, what did you do that respected a Wigglytuff?
Oh, nothing. Just I thought about it. I'm like, oh no.
Okay, so you didn't respect Wigglytuff.
I'm just gonna hit it. My respect for it was I'm gonna hit it with Palafin and I'm gonna hit it with Landorus.
Okay.
Really, the respect was for the Mimikyu, and trying to deal with that mod. I think if you had clicked on Trick Room, it would have happened. I don't think I brought enough to stop it
you had
from
Sport,
going up.
which is good countering Trick Room.
But you talked about it on your episode, on your thing, that you were gonna run the best items on all your mons.
Yeah, I ran all the best items. I mean, so have you figured out the thing this season?
I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on.
You haven't figured it out? You can't look at my team and come to a conclusion about maybe something is a bit fishy here?
No. Something's weird about this Tauros.
Really, no one. I mean, so Jace figured it out, and I'd already been talking to Steve. No one at any point had looked at my I mean, I think Jordan, had he been in the mindset to be thinking about it, would have figured it out, because he definitely is called me out more than one time.
Did you see that you've limited your typing of your Terras?
No, I did not limit the typing of my Terras. I made it so I could not bring any item more than once on a Pokemon. So that's why the Salazzle is defensive Citrus Berry. That's why I ran Utility Umbrella. I actually, no, I don't want to say the other thing. But yes, so I have not run any item on any Pokemon more than once. So that's why the team had just a bunch of crap items. Gastron had its last good item before it has to resort to pinch berries.
What would you have done differently? Would you have put the sash on the Salazzle?
No, I would have specs. 100% was running specs on Salazzle if I hadn't already. Your team is so weak to Salazzle. It's the only Pokemon that had consistent offensive presence against your team at lead.
I was so scared of Salazzle. It's so fast. That's why Landorus.
I mean, it's not fast. It's not a fast Pokemon. I have a slow team. You just have an absurdly slow team, and not a Trick Room slow team, just a team that isn't slow, fast.
Compared to me, it's very fast. I was oh no. Articuno has been an MVP, just actually specially walling things.
It did not specially wall anything. It just was scary this game, right? When it was sitting against two special attackers, it immediately lost.
You and I have very different memories.
It immediately Articuno only worked in game 3, only did stuff because its freeze dry is threatening, and I just spent most of the time ignoring it because it wasn't very good. Articuno was fine, but it definitely wasn't carrying this game by any means. I would say of the 4 Pokemon, Lando wound up being your least effective, then it was Articuno, and then it was Palafin and Amoonguss as the Pokemon who were really carrying that series.
That's true. Palafin was mixed at some point this week. It was Grass Knot, Ice Beam.
I would have loved to run into that, because that's not very good.
It wasn't very good, and they switched it to let's just hit you neutrally with this dumb flying move.
Yeah, it turns out strong moves are good. Super effective moves are an alternative to having good moves.
Yeah.
Also, being able to have a real item on Iron Chocolates, I think would have been nice. I hadn't run Life Orb, but I just couldn't afford it. I just wanted Citrus, but I'd already run it. No Mirror Herb Tauros. Yeah, I mean...
No Tailwind on any of your mons? You had 3 Tailwind mons. I thought you were bringing Tailwind.
But why would I bring Tailwind when I'm already faster? I brought Icy Wind on Tauros.
Because I've got a Fletchinder. And I've got,
Yeah, but
Tailwind's still good.
So all the things that you did that were good this game are the opposite of what clicking Tailwind with Fletchinder is. Tailwind is fine. Tailwind really only puts threats into Salazzle and then Cleavor, right? I mean, I was mostly just switching Tauros, right? At game 1, where I won, Taurus did not click a single move, despite the fact that it hit the game, like, it hit the field like 4 times. I think it did try to burn a single sleep turn.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure it did, though. Like, let's control F fast asleep. Okay, so let's see. No, the only Pokemon that burned a sleep turn was Salazzle, which had to burn all 3. And then it had to burn all 3 in the last game as well. Also, this Palafin would have been dead if not for the fact that Salazzle, like, at the end of the game, it would have died to Wave Crash Recoil, if not for the fact that Salazzle got 3 sleep turns.
I was considering even helping handing it, but yeah. Good
not
set.
Necessarily relevant. It still would have, like, no, it would have fainted to the Wave Crash Recoil, not to anything else. But yeah. I like the game, like the last turn. The only hope I had was that you just played terribly, and also I got a million freezes. Like, I don't know. It's like, I feel like you did not really have a grasp on where the game was at in game 1, and you had it less, like, it's slightly better in game 2, and then in game 3 you just had a better idea of what your Pokemon was supposed to do, and then played them well.
Yeah, and a big part of that was like learning that, like, if you watch back my replay, you'll see that I'm like, oh, Gastrodon can't protect. I can acrobatics and double into this slot super safely. Like, a big thing that I've been doing this season is not wasting moves, not clicking on Sucker Punch when there could be a, you know, I don't like Sucker Punch because it could just be a not move. You know, I don't like. I did really risk the turn 1 game 2 when I wave crashed into the Zul'jin. Like, that was terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely a friction point for your team. I ran a single stab terror this set. But yeah, Bruxish was just not like a real Pokemon.
Yeah, and like Urshifu,
I mean,
wasn't
clearly
a
it demanded a lot of respect from it because you didn't run Jet Punch or Sucker Punch.
Yes,
like,
correct.
But I don't know if that was super relevant. Dude, they should make it block Rage Powder and like protect and stuff. That's what we need to the game. Buff Dazzling specifically.
Yeah, a Mon that can hit through protect. That's a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's enough Mons that can hit through protect. They should add a few more.
Great set. Also, just thank you so much for being you. Thank you for like all the content you make. Thank you for like all of the help that you give me and everyone. And how you just come and say, yeah, obviously you should have just run the Rotom Heat. Like, you look at this game in such a good way.
I mean, I don't think that you necessarily should have. I think you probably should have brought over Snova. I don't know if there was any version of my team that Snova was coming against, but like obviously the 4 you brought were fine. And
do you see my mud slap? My mud slap for Salazzle though.
Is it Terra Grounds? Yeah. I mean, we saw that. That's a classic Terra Ground mud slap for Salazzle. Would it actually have KO'd my bulky Salazzle?
Maybe.
Probably
but
would have. It is 4X week.
Like, the other thing is your team is filled with inaccurate moves, and I know that you hate missing things. And also, it breaks Mimikyu's disguise. It breaks disguise.
I ran a single air slash. I clicked CC. The double protect in game 1 was just, sorry, game 3 it was just backbreaking. I really just had nothing.
What? The turn 1 double protect?
Yeah. Like, I think that I had lost the game basically entirely at that point.
Would I click double protect on turn 1?
Yeah. I needed to be able to burn the Amoonguss, like, I needed to burn the Amoonguss, like, in the sense of it needed to try to spore into Gastrodon. You needed to Wave Crash, or Bulk Up, maybe would have been. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was what's called. Yeah. You need to do something weird with Palafin, or make a switch in, I think, to Articuno. And then I needed to be able to actually taunt the Amoonguss. Because the fact that it could actually get a spore off just lost the game immediately.
Watch my video back. I'm leading game 3. I'm like, I have to bring double protect. Like, I am leading double protect. I am not getting faked out.
I mean, I was never clicking fake out there. But yeah, taunt was definitely the main appeal.
I just don't know what you're going to do, and I want to try to catch you burning a... Also, I love that you were like... The games where you saved Gastrodon to be a Terra Fairy was a huge, and then the games where you... The middle game when you didn't... Gastrodon was terrifying.
I mean, I needed the Terra Fighting on Taurus. Did I? Yeah, well, I needed it to live the Rock Slide. The miss wound up mattering in the sense of the next Rock Slide would have KO'd, but you'd won the game anyways.
Yeah. Well, no, the first Rock Slide would have KO'd because it was Helping Hand.
I don't think... Like, I was looking at the maths for that, and I think at best it was a roll.
Maybe, but I do know that the second one... The one without Helping Hand,
because I hadn't taken
28%,
But I hadn't taken the
After
extra
the second-
defense drop, right?
Yeah.
So they're
Yeah,
kind of
you're right.
equivalent, right? Because the next rock slide came down after another defense drop and then didn't KO, and it only does like.
There was a
slightly more.
point.
Yeah.
There was a point where I had already locked in Earthquake plus Helping Hand to kill my own Articuno, and get 2
Oh,
kills.
I forgot it was Steel type. I thought you were gonna Earthquake it, and then the Articuno was not going to die because it's a flying type. But I'm stupid.
I almost did. And then I'm like, if he brings Jugulus in the back, then it's Jugulus alone versus my Choice Scarf Landorus plus Amoonguss, and I can't.
Do you
handle
already
that.
know my 4 at that point?
No, it was turn 3. I didn't know your 4th Mon.
It was turn 3.
Gastrodon
So I hadn't
hadn't
revealed
come in.
Tauros.
No, it was turn 1. It's Zul'jin plus Salazzle, and then I kill Zul'jin.
Okay, yeah, and then I brought Tauros in. Yeah, no, so this is the game. Sorry, I forgot that I was still at game 3 in the mind where I switched Gastrodon in turn 1.
And I go, if I Earthquake, I win the game if it's Gastrodon, but I go, wait a second, if it's Jugulus, I lose.
Yeah, I feel like I would have needed so much luck in game 3. And, like, obviously, Spore has not been my friend this season. I think I have only had, like, 1 sleep interaction where it hasn't gone to turn 3 this entire season. But that wasn't, like, I would have needed stuff on top of that.
Yeah.
You know, obviously having 2 extra turns on Salazzle would have been great. Having 1 extra turn, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should have rolled Flamethrower instead of Taunt.
Or into a Sludge Bomb? I don't have a
No,
Steel
I'm
type, so
definitely keeping
Bomb.
Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb was by far the, like, you know, Fake Out and Sludge Bomb were the best moves that Salazzle had. I don't think I even clicked Protect.
Honestly, if I was playing someone that wasn't you, I wouldn't have brought Mental Herb. But, you know, I respected you too much. And it was correct.
Yeah, I normally double taunt around Mental Herb. My other taunt
I
is
know.
not good.
I know you do, and I was terrified of that.
They weren't good. I wanted them to be good, but they weren't. Tauros, like, really needed extra moves. But yes, so I didn't repeat any items. As a result, I have used the most unique items, but they haven't all, like, had play impact. So I have like this chart which I'm going to stream to you, and then the people on my thing can do. So what I've been doing classically is tracking every Terra type, but this season I also was tracking. I haven't added any extra play turns. I was also tracking what items I had each week. Right.
Very cool. I'll let you show that on your video. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can see it as well.
I'm still recording, by the way.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, you can stop recording if you prefer.
Yeah. This is hour and 15. This is a great set. Thank you so much, Electric. Let's hang out. But wish me luck in the playoffs, and you can help me win the rest of my games.
No, I'm immediately going to support everyone against you after you bullied me by picking me when you know that my team was terrible.
Talk to you later.